Hello, friends. Grab your powdered wigs and your fanciest ink pens. We're sailing from cannon blasts to quill strokes. The battlefield may be quiet, but the war isn't quite over until it's signed, sealed, and diplomatically delivered. Welcome to Paris, 1783, where tea is hot, tempers are cooler, and treaties are drawn like dueling swords, but with much more paperwork. The Revolutionary War had raged for 8 long years. There were highs, hello Trenton, lows, we see you, Charleston, and moments where hope was hanging by a single thread or bayonet. But now it's time for the political finale. And who's got front row seats? You, me, and a few rather dashing diplomats. Enter our all-star negotiating squad. Benjamin Franklin, looking like everyone's wise uncle who knows secrets from 3 centuries ago. John Adams, intense and determined, as if he's late to every important meeting. And John Jay, the quieter but deadly accurate pen behind the paper. These 3 Americans weren't just diplomats. They were part-time poker players in powdered coats, bluffing and bargaining their way through European politics. Across the table, the British. Cornwallis had surrendered at Yorktown, but Parliament still had to sign the final breakup letter. It's complicated when your ex decides to start their own country. The talks dragged on for months. Britain didn't want to give up too much. France, who'd helped us, had their own plans. Spain had dreams of territorial shuffle. Everyone at the table had hidden motives and side goals. But the Americans? They wanted one thing: full independence. No half measures. Just a clean break. And after some cunning, charm, and diplomatic judo, they got it. September 3rd, 1783, the Treaty of Paris was signed. The ink dried. The British formally recognized the United States of America as free, sovereign, and independent. The war was over. Let's take a peek at what the treaty actually said. Full independence for the United States. Borders stretching from the Atlantic to the Mississippi. Fishing rights off the coast of Newfoundland. Yes, fish were that important. The return of property and debts owed to British creditors, which people kind of ignored. And, curiously, a polite suggestion to stop harassing loyalists. But here's the twist. Though the ink was dry, the work had just begun. Sure, we were free. But how do you run a country of 13 states that mostly just agreed they didn't want a king? It's like quitting your job with no plan, then realizing rent's due, and you still don't know how to make lasagna without help. And so, with muskets holstered and flags raised high, the revolutionaries turned leaders now had to govern. Which meant forming a government. Easy, right? Well, coming up next is a journey into the delicate, wobbly, and often hilarious attempt to run a country when no one wants to be in charge. It's a story of weak alliances, wandering currency, and states behaving like bickering siblings at Thanksgiving. So lace up your boots for our next step. From war to government, the Articles of Confederation, where the revolution finally puts down its sword and picks up a to-do list.